What's up, guys? I already made a video about a year ago, but I thought it was time to update it. This is going to be just shot on my phone because I didn't feel like setting up my fancy dancy camera and the laptop and all that. But what is in my bag? This is going to be, I'm going to give you guys some game on if you're just starting out, some advice you might want to look into, some considerations you might want to make, when you're just starting out. And, you know, we're just gonna oh, there's my face. Hey guys, Garage Goons. All right, let's go. Boom. So here's my MMA bag, or my gear bag. Let's see what's in it. I'll go over the stuff. Now the first thing you're probably gonna notice, boom, right off rip, I made a review about these gloves. These are the best fucking gloves. I've tried so many gloves. I've been doing martial arts for over 10 years, well over 10 years. And these are the best training gloves, in my opinion, money can buy. Now, I have never owned a Winning. I've never owned a Grant. So I can't speak for the big dollar, $400 gloves. But these bad boys right here will go on sale for like 200 bucks. And if you like puncher's gloves, if you like that latex bounce feel with good wrist support, that's compact, that'll slip through guards real easy, and will give you that nice bounce and that nice deep sinking knuckle impact. These are it. These are fucking crispy, dude. I love these gloves. I feel every single punch I throw, and I never hurt my hands with them, and I never jam my wrist, and I never jam my thumb anymore, which used to be a problem. But these are great gloves. But if you're starting out, you might not want to invest 200 bucks right off rip because you don't even know, you know, you might not fall in love with fighting the way I did. It might not be for you. Fighting's not for everyone. People make it sound like, oh, everyone should do MMA, everyone should do Muay Thai. It's not for the faint of heart, guys. I mean, if you want to look good hitting a bag, that's different. Go to Walmart and get you $50 Everlast gloves if you just want to take your gloves to the 24-hour fitness or the Gold's Gym or whatever and hit the bags they have there. That'll do you just fine. But if you're sparring, if you're hitting mitts, if you're training, you're doing all that shit, these are nice. But starter gloves, look into Fairtex, especially if you're in kickboxing. I'm not a Fairtex guy because they're kind of wide, but everybody in my gym loves Fairtex. I'm the only guy that doesn't like Fairtex just because they're so wide and flimsy and fat. But I will say the flimsy aspect of it, even though it doesn't give you good wrist support, great for tie clinching, great for blocking because they're really wide, like I said, and got some nice padding on the palms. So that's good for, blocking kicks and stuff. Now these right here are my Venom Elite gel shin pads. I really like these for a few reasons. If you're a big boy, you got thick boy legs, big calves. The hook and loop type, there's the normal type, you'll see they have like a little loop right here, and you feed one strap through, and then it bites down. The Velcro bites down this way. Those don't work for me because oftentimes I don't get enough meat on the Velcro to where it straps over because my calves are so damn big. So these ones have two separate straps that just overlap like this. So no matter how big your calves are, these are going to work, bro. And another reason I like these is they do have the ridge right here, which, it's a little bulky. It's not as, what's the word? I'm like streamlined as like those really nice, Fairtex or like Winning or, one of those Thai brands that's really just a really minimal pad. And also, some people like small shin pads because if you do get checked, it conditions your shins a little bit more. This is more protective. But man, I kick so much, dude. I'm not trying to. I already roll my shins out. I already kick the heavy bag hard with just my shins without these on. So I don't need any more conditioning. I'm not trying to feel any checks more than I have to. But these are a great shin guard right here. And also they have one of the biggest feet. So if you got size 13s like your boy and you don't want, your toes and half your foot hanging out, this will cover most of your foot, if not all of it. So this is a really good shin pad. But again, if you're just starting out, there's some really good shin pads made by like Rev Gear you can get cheap. There's shin pads like for $50 that Tidal makes that are really cheap, that are great. There's a lot of good options out there. Valley Sports, VALI. That's probably the best bang for your buck for shin pads, headgear, you name it, man. Valley Sports, I'm a big fan of theirs. I've used their equipment before. I'm a big fan of how they make their stuff, and theirs is a little bit more streamlined too. I just bought my buddy some Valley Sports shin pads, and he loves them, bro. So then over here, headgear. Okay, now I fucking hate headgear. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of headgear. I don't think it protects you at all. To be honest, there are some benefits. Like if you get popped right here, right, with a grazing shot. And you get, sometimes once in a while, someone will throw a shot, it'll graze you, and you get this stitching right here, and it'll leave a mark on your head. This will save you from some marks. This will save you maybe from a cut. You should, in my opinion, you shouldn't be sparring hard like that. You know, if you're fighting, that's different. But if you're sparring, you shouldn't be trying to kill each other like that. But what I will say is, you know, a lot of people do like these because they prevent the cuts. They prevent some of the black eyes and stuff like that. But a misconception with this is, like, some people think, oh, my partner has headgear on, I could hit him, I could go all out. That's just false, bro. That is false. You feel everything in this. Punches don't feel different with these on. And the reason why I don't like headgear, besides the fact that I think that it's kind of like outdated thinking to think that this is protective, for like saving your brain health, is because, you know, unless you buy those Taekwondo, just stick them on your head and go headgear, it really blocks a lot of your peripheral view. It's a small difference, but that small difference of that one punch you don't see will definitely make a difference in sparring. If you do spar in these though, and you get used to it, that is a good thing to have. Like, even though I'm talking shit, it's good to be able to spar in this, because guess what? If you're an amateur, they're going to force you to wear this in competition. So you're not going to have a choice. So you don't want your fight to be the only time that you wear headgear. So it is important to have good headgear. It is important to spar with it occasionally. It is important, I would even say, work the bag with it, so you know what you're looking at and how it's going to look for you. But, you know, I don't like using this if I can avoid it. One thing I will say that I love about Tidal's headgear, the one that I have, A, it was affordable. It was like $40. And B, it's got the double strap. See how it's got one strap going this way and one strap going that way? The other thing I freaking hate about headgear is, until I bought this one, every single one I would borrow and use just at the gym, like whatever we had at the gym when we were doing headgear sparring, is it would slip around my head. And this thing is just above your eyes and just below your eyes, you know? So if it slips down, now you can't see. If it slips up, now you can't see. If it slips to the left, your left eye's blocked. Slips to the right, your right eye's blocked. It's all fucked up, man. So it's really good. You want this thing tight on your head, bro. Tight on your head. So that way, you know, it's not going anywhere. And at least that aspect of sparring doesn't happen. But so that's my take on that. Make this shit as tight as possible. And then also, mine doesn't have a padded chin strap, but I have tried some with pads. Like, there's a chin strap that has an actual pad on there, and that locks your head in even more. And I would suggest that. But this is a good one for like what I paid, $35, $40, whatever it was. So that's that. So far we got shin guards, we got gloves, we got headgear. Now this is specific to the MMA guys, okay? This is a Sanibel MMA glove. I'm going to be honest, I didn't spend money on this. I traded some of my MMA gloves that were a little small for me for these ones to one of the homies in the gym. This is real basic shit. I think you can get this for like $30, but I don't see, like, this is good for bag work and this is good for grappling, but no one's trying to spar you in these. these are really good if you're trying to if you have an MMA competition up, you don't, again, just like the headgear, you don't want the first time you're in the cage or in the ring doing MMA to be the first time you wear this style of glove. So it's good to hit the bag. It's good to train with these. No one's trying to spar you in these. And also, somebody made a good point. I was watching a YouTube video. They said, hey, man, if you're a no-gi jiu-jitsu guy and you're getting into MMA, you might as well grapple in these, because guess what? These are exactly what you're going to be grappling in competition. So it's good to have these to practice in, but honestly, these get no burn. I don't really, I don't compete in cage anymore. I'm just doing kickboxing now. So I'm 34 years old. My wife doesn't want me to fight cage. It'd be cool to get in there one more time, but so that's that. That's an MMA glove. These are synthetic leather. I think these go for about $30. Sanibel's a great starter brand. Like if you're like, oh man, I want to be taken seriously. I don't want to get clowned when I go to the gym, but I also I'm balling on a budget. It's hard times. Like not all of us have just expendable income, but you want to get into a healthy, hobby that's going to allow you to stay in shape, that's good for your mental health, that allows you to get your aggression out. All those times you want to slap your boss upside the head, you get to do that to a sparring partner. Sanibel's a great brand. They have really good entry-level boxing gloves for like $40. That'll probably give you a year's worth of burn out of them before you got to switch out. So one thing I will say though, if there's any shot of you sticking with it, okay? And like I said, you're not just going to be a Gold's Gym hero or a 24-hour fitness hero where you just go in there and strap up and hit the bag. Don't go to Big Five. Don't go to Walmart and get those damn $30 Everlast. You know which ones I'm talking about. I don't know like the model name or whatever, but those Everlast suck, bro. They're going to break down on you. Even if you're not a heavy user, they will totally be toast within 6 months easily. Okay? So these are actually what I would recommend. Okay, these again, Sanibel. I'm a big fan of Sanibel, just because I like how cheap they are, and the quality you get. These are the MMA gloves that people will spar with you. You got to have a little heart to spar on these, because trust me, you're gonna feel these. But just that little extra bit of padding, and then on the underside you got the open palm with the little loops that you loop your fingers through. And the thumb guard, and these actually have surprisingly good wrist support because they wrap around several times. These are dope. Again, these I think are like $40. Okay, so these are great entry level. Again, you can see these are in pretty good shape. I don't spar with these much, but when I do have a guy that wants to work some MMA rounds, these are the ones I'll put on. They're great. And you know what? The more experience you get, the more you'll be able to throw a good punch, but be able to throw it at like an intensity that's not going to kill your partner. And these are good for that. You're not going to necessarily just sleep somebody with these unless you're trying to be a dick, okay? Or if you're brand new and you're scared and you're just throwing as hard as you can, okay? So that's that. Now, these, very important, guys. Very important, okay? Clean your gloves. I'm thinking about doing a video about how to clean your gear. I'm a dish soap guy. I use like palm olive because it's good for your skin. And if you have good gloves, good material, you have to treat it, or you should treat it the way you would treat your skin. You're not going to clean them off with alcohol. When guys wipe their gloves down with alcohol, it's going to compromise the leather. It's going to dry it out. Like, think about what happens to your hands when you use hand sanitizer a million times. They start to dry, they start to crack, they start to get all ashy and nasty. These are glove dogs right here. So you put these in your gloves. They're little pouches with I'm dropping shit. With cedar wood chips in there, and it absorbs the stink. So, you put these in, it absorbs the stink, and it keeps your gloves smelling fresh longer. You should still clean your gloves out, and every time you train, as soon as you get home, open up your bag, take your gloves out, and let them air out, okay? If you're going back to back to back to back, I would suggest getting a boot warmer or a glove warmer. That'll expedite the process of your gloves. But it's really important to take care of your equipment, guys, because you work so hard to do it. They go through enough abuse every single day. You might as well try to make them last as long as possible. It's like a car, bro. Get your oil changed every 5,000-6,000 miles. Get the transmission flushed every 50,000 or whatever it is. Take care of your shit, man, and your shit will take care of you. That's just, that is applicable to everything, but especially to fighting. You don't want your fight gear to be bad within a year, bro. That's just not a good look. Okay? So, what else we got? These are the gloves I had last year. These are fighting. It's a Title's premium brand. I really like these. These are a winning style glove. You can see how big and puffy they are. But these are really good. These are 18 ounces. Sometimes I'll use these for sparring, especially if I'm going against small guys or new guys and I don't know if they're ready to take, shots yet. These are what I'll put on because they're really, really squishy. Really squishy gloves. They feel like I'm grabbing a cushion right now. Whereas these, I don't know if the camera translates, but these are bouncy. These got some bounce to them. This is like, if we're comparing mattresses, this is like your springy, spring-based mattress that's got a lot of bounce to it. This is your fucking memory foam mattress. Okay, so if that makes it clear or useful information at all. And I got all these dryer sheets in here because they also absorb the stink. Guys, ladies, this need not apply to you. Guys, this is fucking important, okay? Listen, nobody likes getting kicked in the balls. Getting kicked in the balls fucking sucks. Getting kicked in the dick sucks. Getting kicked in the gooch sucks. And it happens all the time. All the damn time. Whether you're experienced, whether you're not experienced, guys get kicked in the dick all the time. It's totally an accident. You can't get upset about it. And if you're not wearing a cup, you only have yourself to blame for the extreme pain you're going to feel for the next 5, 10, whatever it is, minutes. And you don't want to hemorrhage a nut, bro. I've heard horror stories of guys having to go to the hospital because their nut got exploded from a kick. So don't be that guy. Dude, it doesn't matter what brand you get. I know everyone has their favorite brand. Just get something. Get something. Buy some chonies that have the front pocket or buy a jock strap and get you a cup and wear it. Okay, who cares? You're not a tough guy for not wearing a cup. You're just an idiot. Okay, I know it's a little uncomfortable at first. I know it feels like you got less range of motion. Trust me, you forget it's there after 1 week of use, and then you get used to it. And then the next time you get kicked in the nuts, you're thankful it was there. Even if you still get hurt a little bit, you're like, oh fuck, I'm glad I had that. So a cup, that's like $20. Big five. These are when I'm lazy. Okay, fight to finish. The Velcro's totally toast on these, but these are quick wraps for when I show up 2 minutes before class starts and I don't have time to wrap my hands. These are fast wraps. These, like I said, the Velcro's pretty much toast on them. I'm not going to unravel them and show you everything. Obviously, my bag's a fucking mess, but these are nice and convenient. Okay, they got a little bit of padding in there. And if you have new gloves and you put these on, they might not fit in too great the first time, especially you got big hands. But the more you wear your gloves, the more you break them in, the more you force these things in there, the more comfortable they'll be. And your knuckles will thank you, because especially if you're having a big heavy bag day where you're throwing power shots, your knuckles are going to hurt. Even if you have good hands, your knuckles will hurt. Okay. And then you got some regular standard hand wraps. These are Pro Boxing Supply. I would suggest, when you buy hand wraps, there's two types that I've seen. There's probably more than that, but two types that I've seen. There's one that just says old school hand wraps or just hand wraps, and they're like a seat belt type material where there's no give at all. It just wraps around your hands and that's it. That's old school. Those kind of suck. They don't stick to themselves. These are elastic. So when you pull them and you stretch them and you lay them over each other, over your hands, it just molds to your hand a little better. It stays in place. They don't move around as much. They stay locked in and tight because there's a little stretch to them. Look for the ones that say semi-elastic or stretchy or something like that in the description, so that way you're getting good hand wraps. And also, guys, don't be little sucios, okay? 1, 2 classes tops, throw these in the dryer, or throw them in the washer, okay? As you can see, I got my other bright green ones hanging up over there, drying out, because I use them one time. I usually use mine twice, and then I'll wash them. So wash your shit, guys. Like, there's no reason not to wash your shit. Take care of your stuff. Don't be the stinky dude in the gym. Don't be the stinky chick in the gym. Nobody wants to play with the stinky kid, okay? And then also, pro tip, if you're wondering what this is, I forget what it's called. It's called like a lingerie bag or some shit like that. But when you wash it, you don't want this stuff tangling with all your clothes and the other shit you're washing it with. You're not going to wash this by itself. It's not enough, right? So let me put those back. I'll put that back after. Okay. Put them in there, zip it up. The water flows through these holes. It's all mesh, and then it zips up. There's a zipper on there. And then, you get a nice washed hand wrap, and it's all in the same place. You can fish it out right before class starts. Maybe you procrastinate or forgot about throwing them in the dryer. Boom, throw them in by themselves. They dry out. You put them on for class. You smell like Tide instead of smelling like ass, all right? So that's that. Let's see. I think that's pretty... Oh, here we go. All right, man. As you can see, I need to organize my shit, but this bag only has like one big compartment, so there's not a whole lot of places to put it. But buy yourself a jump rope. Don't spend any money on a jump rope, guys. I know everyone wants to buy the cool speed rope, whatever. Listen, it's not going to make you better at jumping rope. It's just going to make you look like a jackass that spent $50 on a jump rope when you can't jump rope. Buy yourself a cheap one, get good, and then just keep the cheap one. But if you really want one after you get good, you know what you're doing, you want to buy a speed rope, you want to do double unders all the time, you want to try to be Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali with the rope, cool. Buy the more expensive one. But get you the cheapest dirt, whatever jump rope. You could probably go to Home Depot and buy you some fucking paracord or something like that and be just fine. You don't really even need handles, to be honest with you. Get you a cheap rope. This one's like fucking $10, bro. Cheap ass rope. Okay. The last thing I'm going to go over is the other protective equipment I have. Okay. And I just upgraded. Okay. This one is called Gladiator guards. There's also a company called Impact that makes really high quality. I think it's like $60. Moldable mouth guards. So they send you a mold. It's basically like Play-Doh. You bite into it, and then it gets hard after you bite into it, and then you ship it back, and then they ship you a custom mouth guard for $60. Now, when you're starting out, go to Big Five. Get you, whatever, the Shock Doctor one, whatever. It doesn't matter. Buy a small one. If you're not sparring, you don't really need one, but you should always have one just in case. Because even when you do drills, sometimes a punch slips through and you don't want to be the guy that chips a tooth mid-class. That sucks, okay? But this cost me, I think this one ran me, because I got all custom. You can see it's got the tiger stripes, got my name on the side. Gladiator guards on the other side. It's bright orange. It's that neon orange. As you can see, I like the bright colors. But if you've been in the game a while, you want to step up. The other aspect that makes these guards so fucking good, besides the fact that they're custom and they they're a little bit more protective than just like the rubber ones from Big Five, is that these stick in your mouth, bro. This will not fall out of my mouth. I can talk with this in my mouth. I can breathe better with this in my mouth. It doesn't fall out. It literally, you got to put effort into getting it out of your mouth. It will literally grab onto your teeth, bro, and really stay there and really protect you no matter how bad of a shot you just took. So, that's why I'd recommend that. But like I said, when you're first starting out, just get a boil and bite. Just get the cheap Shock Doctor, whatever. But when you want ready to step your game up, like when you're ready to spend $200 on gloves, you want to get some premium gloves, boom, hit and move. When you want to step your game up, boom, Impact or Gladiator guards. This shit is premium, okay? So that's kind of what you want in your bag. And then I'm just going to get into some quick advice, and then we're going to cut this shit off. Go slow, okay? Don't try to do combinations they show you fast. Work slow, build the muscle memory, and then go fast. When they have you do drills, if you have a good coach, he's not going to put you with a partner that's going to get pissed off that you're slowing them down, you're working with them, you're drilling back and forth. It will come over time. Some guys are going to be annoying and pick shit up right away. They're going to be great athletes. It's going to be great for, they just pick shit up right away. But it is your journey, man. And ultimately, you're the one that's going to get punched in the face. Ultimately, you're the one that's going to get kicked. So there's no point in trying to rush the process, okay? Don't buy bare bones bullshit equipment unless you're going to be, like I said, you're just trying to get some stuff to hit the bag at the gym for a different form of cardio. But what I would say is, man, get you a gloves, boxing gloves in the range between, obviously everyone's budget's going to be different, but between 40 and 80 bucks, I would say, for your first pair of gloves will be serviceable. Some brands I could throw out there for you for basic entry-level gloves that are going to hold up in that price range. You have some Venoms that go on sale. RDXs go on sale, and they're in that price range. Rev Gear makes a pretty good glove for that price range. The Hayabusa T5s or T3s, I can't remember which one, but those are a little on the higher end as far as that initial price range, but they're more affordable. Those fighting gloves I had, those pillow style fighting gloves I had that I still use and still love to this day, these are $100, and they do go on sale sometimes. They go Title's website $99.99, but sometimes they drop lower than that, and I think they're a great glove. What else? Yeah, man, when you start out, it's like anything else, bro. Invest in yourself over time. When you're just getting into trade school, for example, or you're just going into college, you're not going to buy your fourth year textbooks in your first year. You're going to need them 4 years from now if you're still there, if you're still in that major, whatever. But you don't want to buy them right away. Low investment, start off, find your passion, and then talk to your guys in your gym. See what other guys in your gym are wearing. Try out their stuff if they're willing to let you use it for a couple rounds and see what's good for you, and that's basically what I have to say about that. So, good luck to you, and over time, slowly upgrade and be patient with yourself, man, because it will come. It will come. All right, man.